The Vessel. 1. As daughter Andra plops a scoop of thick oatmeal into my bowl, I recall the last conversation I had with Zofia before she left for the monastery of St. Helios. "Have you met the new daughter yet? There are 3 girls your age here now, and it might be nice for you to have friends other than a 30-year-old woman and the Goodson." "Those girls look at me like I'm going to bite them." "Then be your lovely self, Gelya, and show them that you don't bite." Well, Zofia is about to get her wish. With the other vessels treating me like a nuisance and the rest of the daughters avoiding me like the plague, I'm lonely enough in her absence to follow her suggestion. Girding myself, I walk past the vessel's table and head straight for the only other teenage girls in the refectory. Vessels are daughters who were chosen by the grace tree of St. Vinica to sing the Father's word for the faithful, while the other daughters of the convent are simply women who've chosen to dedicate their lives to the one true God. These girls may not be vessels like I am, but they are young women, and I'm a young woman, and surely that counts for something, especially in a convent full of old ladies. Not that I have anything against old ladies. It's just that I'm not one. I try to remember the girls' names as I cross the room. Lucia? Lucretia? Something like that. And Trudy, I think. And that other girl. Most daughters, unlike vessels, don't enter the convent until they're at least 16. That means each one of these girls has a home to remember, a wider world they've seen that I haven't, at least not that I remember clearly. I was only 5 or 6 years old when the Father chose me. I watch them stiffen, then stiffen a bit more, then turn into a set of petrified wooden boards as I get closer. By the time I reach their table, I think I'd rather hide under it than pull up a chair, but there's no going back now. I almost ask, "May I sit here?" But then it occurs to me that they could say no, and that would be mortifying. Instead, I opt for, "Is this seat taken?" Because it clearly isn't, and lying is a sin. "No?" Probably Trudy answers doubtfully, her blue eyes wide in her round pink face. Lucia, or Lucretia, and that other girl gape at her in panic. My hands are shaking so badly that my teacup vibrates on its saucer, and my orange nearly rolls off the tray. "So," I chirp as I sit, my voice 2 octaves higher than normal and 5 times louder than necessary. "What do you study at the convent?" Gulps that other girl, her brown eyes darting between her friends. She has the fine bones of someone from southwest Rosvania or northwest Tovnia, the sort of person who makes me feel extra enormous. She stares at me like she might vomit from terror. Because I'm not just a vessel. I'm also Hedensky, a girl from the most brutal and uncivilized place on Earth, a land where people worship a tree goddess. A tree, for the love of the Father, and that makes me terrifying twice over. But honestly, I've lived at the convent so long that I don't remember anything about Hedenskia. It's not like I murder people, and to my knowledge, I've never carried a battle axe. Can't they see that? "Well," says Lucia or Lucretia, adding a 3rd word to the girls' collective lexicon, which is promising. With her dark hair and olive complexion, I'd guess she comes from south of the Cause Mountains, and I feel a pang of sympathy for her, living so far from a home she must miss. I may not remember where I came from, but I do remember mourning its loss. Probably Trudy finally gives me a complete sentence. "I'm studying herbalism so that I may serve the Father by treating the sick." Her accent is thickly Dagmari, and since my Dagmari is pretty good, I figure that speaking to her in her native language would be a friendly thing to do.